So my name is Shelby Kashira, and current vice president of the Springford Booster Club, but soon to be ex-vice president because my son is graduated. Even though he is graduating, I am committed to staying on with this Ram Country project until I can find somebody else that is as interested in it as I am. And if I can't find anyone else, then my sister will be taking it over whenever her son is in high school. So I know that we spoke earlier in the year at the President's Council meeting, and I had explained to some of you what this project was, but I wanted to explain to everybody else what it was. It's a community unity project, and the Booster Club is just the people that are coordinating it. It came about because my son, when he was very little, said, "Why does Boyertown have bears? Why don't we have rams?" And I was like, I don't know. And I was way too busy being a working mom to worry about why we didn't have rams. And then my nephew said, "Why don't we have rams?" And I thought, well, I don't know. Why don't we have rams? So I contacted, this is a project, I contacted Boyertown, the same, the community group that did the bears in Boyertown. I didn't realize it is an ongoing project. It was started, I think, in like 20 some years ago, and they will still sell you bears today. So this project is similar to the Boyertown Bear Project, except we are rams. The rams are going to be purchased by community organizations, PTOs, businesses. I think Upper Providence was, a township was considering like seeing how much, if they could just buy their ram. I said, don't buy it yet, because there might be a community group that wants to put a ram in your park. So just hold on. But it is a primed fiberglass ram ready to paint. It's approximately 34 inches tall by 49 inches long. I did order them with flanges. You can buy them with flanges or without, to have them be able to be bolted to the ground. We decided that we wanted each ram to come with a bronze plaque that will identify the purchaser or sponsor, and artist if they request the artist to be named. The plaque may also be used as a memorial. The plaque can be up to 3 lines of information, can be included on the plaque. The Western Center will be clear coating the rams after they are painted. It's the purchaser's responsibility to have the ram painted. I know some of the PTOs will have their students paint their rams. After they are painted, I will take them to the Western Center to have clear coated by their auto service center, or not service center, auto repair center. And the ram will be shipped for storage at the stadium until they are picked up by the purchaser or artist. For those organizations that don't want to paint their own ram, for example, the Booster Club is going to purchase a ram, and nobody on the Booster Club has any artistic talent whatsoever. So we do have local artists that are willing to paint rams. So if people want to buy a ram and don't want to paint it, we can arrange for that for a cost. And the cost will be depending on how much detail you want on your ram. What is not included in the ram? The cement pad or slab. The company that does the fabrication of the ram suggests that they be attached to a slab of some kind, not just into the ground. If there's not a slab already there, the pad should be approximately 4 feet by 6 feet, and the purchaser can use whoever they want to install the pad. If they are installing the pad on school district property, then it has to be an approved contractor. I do have a name of an approved contractor in my packet for people, so that if they purchase a ram, they, oh, this is who I should use. No, you can use that person, but you can use whoever you want. And the artwork for the ram is also not included in the cost. And if you want one of our local artists to paint the ram, it's going to be between $200 and $500. I think I said that before. And the installation of the RAM and the plaque is also not included, although I will volunteer my husband to do that because it's just a matter of screwing in 4 screws into the cement. So we'll be able to work with, you know, there's some organizations that I would think like they don't want to have it. They just want to buy a RAM and give us a design, and then we'll take it from there. This is going to be a multi-year project. I don't, you know, but if we don't ever get this project started, it will never be finished. So I don't think that we're going to see a whole herd of Rams being around town in the next year. But like I said, we have to start somewhere. I do want to specifically thank Erin Crew, who has helped promote this project. I'm sure that you've seen it go out in her updates. And Robert Hunter, who is helping us navigate some of the logistics. The Rams are going to be delivered by common carrier. I can't be at the stadium when the common carrier comes to deliver these Rams, so he's going to help me out with that. I have to say that all municipalities that comprise Springford were extremely excited about this. They just said if it's going to be on private property, that it has to be offset about 12 feet from the street to avoid any conflict with traffic. So does anyone, I know that there were some questions. Does anyone have any questions about this project?
Sure. I believe when we first heard from you,
yes,
there's going to be an art submission process, right? So somebody can't just buy a RAM and do with it what they please.
Yes. So there's an art submission process. We want them, they can be patriotic, but not political. The goal of this project is for unity. So there will be an art submission process for approval. And if there's anything that's like, oh, I don't know, well, I'll take it to the booster club. And then if we still can't decide, then we'll bring it to you and say, you know, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? So hopefully we won't get in too much trouble. Okay.
Shelby, a couple more things just to recap. Obviously, you know, I was on the president's council, and then we've talked about this at community relations. Just for the rest of this group, can you share what the price is going to be?
Okay, it's going to be $1,800 per RAM. And like I said, it includes the RAM, the plaque, right, and the priming and the clear coating.
And so the clear coating at the Western Center.
Yeah, we will be paying for that, the booster club.
Okay. Have you spoken with Chuck over there recently by any chance?
I spoke with him in the fall. Why has something changed?
Yeah, so we had a JOC meeting in the beginning of March, and he vaguely recalled my reference when I asked about this, about talking with you. So I would just highly suggest that if you could maybe reach out to him to confirm what those details and what that's going to be.
When I was putting this all together, I didn't know what I didn't know, so I went out to everyone.
Sure.
So I should probably circle back.
I brought it to his attention, so he knows that you're going to be reaching out to confirm details. So I would recommend that. And how many? And let me go back to, they must be secured. So you have the flaps.
The flanges, yes.
So yes, the flanges. So if they're not going to be on a new slab that a purchaser is going to install, then they would be going on another area of concrete.
Right.
They do need to be secured, that you're going to.
Yes, they will be secured to either concrete or asphalt somehow with the bolts.
Okay. And how many have been sold so far?
Well, so far 2 have been sold. We have them ordered, and we have a lot of home and schools that it's a budget situation. The budget for this year has already been determined. So I have a lot of home and schools that are waiting to see if there's any money left over in the budget. If not, they will be purchased in September.
Okay. And is it my understanding that 4 are delivered at one time? Or did we go?
They could deliver anywhere from 1 to 4.
So these 2 that are sold, are they already ordered?
They are already ordered, and we purchased another, the booster club ordered 3 to save on shipping. Okay,
so those 3, what's the lag time from the time you order?
It's right now, because of COVID, it's 16 to 20 weeks.
Okay.
So they're not going to be even coming till in the middle of summertime, and then the PTO was like, well, it's in the middle of summertime. I said, I'll keep them in my house if it's a problem keeping it at the stadium.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
So if someone wants to, oh, I'm sorry, were you? If someone decides they want to purchase one or a group, are there designated spots for them?
No, but I can suggest some spots, but you would, I mean, if it was going to be, if you wanted it to be in Limerick Township, like that Limerick Township was not opposed to having them in their parks. So you would just obviously have to get the permission and go through.
Okay, so there's people you can talk to saying,
Yes,
hey, if
yeah, there's a
somebody-
list on the packet, there's a list of who you can contact if
Okay.
you want to put it someplace.
Okay.
And obviously Bob Hunter, you would contact if you wanted to put it on school property.
Yeah, I mean, if there's, if assuming each of the schools might want one,
Mhm.
will there be, Bob have a running list of potential spots?
I'm not sure what I mean, if each school wants one, I'm assuming that the school would want to put it
Yeah.
on their school property. That's what I'm assuming. But if they didn't, like, just say that this year's fourth grade class wants to do one, and then next year's fourth grade class wants to do one, maybe they don't want 2 ramps on the property, but maybe Limerick Elementary wants to put one at Mandarich Park, and then they have to contact Limerick Township.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thanks.
Okay. Couple of questions here.
Okay.
These are being sold to the home and school or being sold to individuals within the community.
Either.
So I think as far as putting on school, we can somewhat define the requirements.
I would think that
But if it
only
goes
home and
to-
school would put them on the school property. I
And if
wouldn't, yes.
If it's a public, I mean, if it's a private owner, if they want to paint it purple, I don't know how we tell them not to paint it purple.
Well, the Booster Club is, I mean, if they want to paint it purple, they could absolutely paint it purple. What they can't do is put, defamatory comments on it. Or we're not gonna, I mean, now, if they purchase one
Right.
and they tell me they're painting it with, rainbows and daisies, and they do not paint it with rainbow and daisies, what's our recourse? Well, I wouldn't take it to the Western Center to get clear coated.
Yeah.
But could they, if they held the Ram hostage and took it their own place, then
Yeah, I'm just trying to see where the line of liability goes this way and not that way. So my concern is if an individual purchased a Ram, a private residence,
okay, like someone on the, we thought like, I go down Main Street and I see these beautiful houses. I'm thinking, oh, a Ram on that corner would look so nice.
so where does the school district come into play? They would be delivered to the district and then
They would be delivered to the district. I promised Bob that he wouldn't have more than 3 or 4 Rams in storage at the same time. If I have to pick them up and store them at my house, I would. And then I would deliver it to the purchaser or the artist if they chose to have someone else paint it. But just say the purchaser, the individual purchased it and they wanted to paint it. Whenever they order the Ram, they're going to tell me what their theme of their Ram is. And that's not to say that we couldn't have 2 Rams that were patriotic, that were like flags. That's fine because the flag could, but I don't want to have 9 Rams that are flags. I just, I'm trying to spread the themes.
okay. All right, thank you.
Okay.
One additional follow-up question. So I know that you mentioned Ms. Crew has been marketing this as part of her weekly updates. Since we're talking specifically about home and school, I'm wondering, has there been any mass communication that has gone specifically to home and school presidents or home and school boards? Because I know when we were in the extracurricular meeting, there was a public comment made by a parent in the district who brought up some concern around, listen, this would be wonderful to have, right? If each home and school has the means to buy this for their elementary school or sponsor this for their elementary school, that's a wonderful thing. But there was concern that there may not be the same head count or capacity, fundraising capacity at each school. And
Mhm.
so if there is interest from schools, yet maybe there are some challenges with raising the money, I'm glad to hear this is a multi-year project because it gives them some
Absolutely, yes,
time.
absolutely.
It gives them some time, but do we know overall, like, what is the interest from home and schools around putting these on potential school property?
I heard from like I've heard from 4 of the home and schools, excuse me, that they are interested, so. Yes, they has been communicated through the President's Council meeting, and then as a follow-up to the President's Council meeting also. So, yeah. Anything else?
I just wanted to put out a challenge to my fellow school board members that it would be great to buy a RAM, and I'm happy to split it with you. I'm happy to put up 200. So,
Are you painting it?
yeah, I got Karen will do it. Yeah, we got it. So that's my challenge to you all.
So, yeah, you don't, yeah, thank you.
I'll second your 200. Provided we get rid of Zoom and we take that money and buy a couple of Rams.
But here's the question, what's the theme of your RAM going to be, Ken?
No Zoom?
It's going to be
No Zoom.
decoupaged pictures of
Pictures,
Clinton.
Dave has pictures of
throughout
the
the
Zoom,
years.
yeah.
Question is, will the RAM have a mask on? Can we discuss that?
Will the RAM have
A
what?
mask on it.
A mask on?
Yeah, I'd like to discuss.
It should this year. It really should.
Ms. Deardorff, I'll match your 200. I'm in.
I'm completely supportive of you. However, I'm out. I've given quite a bit to Springford. I'm out. I don't like any of this other chatter that's going around. I will support it. I will get the word out. I will do all of that. I'm not committing to more than that right now.
Okay, well, if you have any questions, just let me know. You know.
All right, hold on. So we're at 600. Who else? Anybody else?
Oh, for sure.
All right, it's 800.
I'm in.
That's 1,000.
I'm in.
I don't know who you are, but we'll take it. That's 1,200. It's 1,200.
Wendy, I'm in.
That's 1,200.
It's 1,200. We need 600 more. 200 of board members, 1,800 last time I graduated from engineering school. All right. 1,800.
Colleen's confused.
I'm confused. I'm tired. I'll need a little bit of time.
Yeah, no one, I'm not here to sell you Rams. I'm just here to
Stay
let you
there.
know what I'm,
Stay there.
I'm just trying to have a little fun.
yeah.
Stay there. All right, I'm in for 400.
We could always give a solicitor assist on
I
that
got
one.
you. Oh, a solicitor.
Is that a solicitor scholarship? I'll take the solicitor scholarship and split it with you.
Oh, the art department was considering like going in and purchasing.
Let us do this. All right, so where are we at right now? We're at 1,600.
Is that with the solicitor scholarship that I'm gonna accept?
1,400 if we got 200 from the solicitor.
No, he's gonna do one. I'm gonna do one.
Now we're done. 1,800, we're in.
We're good.
Bang the gavel.
Boom.
So we
If
supported.
I could
and-
drop
and
this
you
mic.
got-
I could.
There you go.
If you find you're short, I can give you some more too.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much.